The crusted end. Once again, like to welcome everybody to the Starvyn Show.
Starvyn.
I am Aziz.
And I am Pikahsso and Aziz.
And today we have a special guest.
Yes.
Man, this brother, we go way back.
Yes.
I'm talking about we go way back.
Yes.
Give it up. Round of applause for my man, my friend, my brother, Arthur Muhammad. Let's clap that up. Real good.
Hey, man, I want Arthur Muhammad to know this. I intentionally wore this shirt to dedicate to you. You see on my shirt?
Oh, Muhammad Ali.
That was dedicated to you, my brother. I always try to dedicate some kind of way to pay homage because you, Muhammad, and that's a righteous name, and I love Muhammad Ali. I love what he stands for, and I love to see him leveling this guy's ass. And on his photos, I had to get this shirt. So this is my way of paying homage to you. You know what I'm saying? I had to wear my Muhammad Ali's t-shirt.
That's actually the picture of him standing over the guy that wouldn't say his name.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, say my name. Yeah.
What was his name? Oh, my God, I can't. We had to look it up. Look it up for me, Beige. The guy who made him. I'm not Beige. Walked the other Beige. But anyway, man.
We out there. Yeah, we outside. Yeah. We outside.
That's Beige. I'm saying it live.
We outside.
But no, man. We got a legend.
Absolutely. DFW.
Icon.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about him. A maven, a film maven,
a mogul, a media mogul. I like that. Yeah, a media mogul right there.
A playwright.
Yes. Man,
he's an enigma.
All these movies. How did we get here? Like, what was it that made you pick the camera up and say it's time to go?
Man, I have to take this one way back.
You got to.
Let's go. So it's a funny thing, man. My dad, when I was born, right? And I didn't know this till way afterwards, but he bought an 8mm film camera.
Okay.
To film us growing up.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about that. Nothing.
Wow.
At all.
Okay.
So when I'm in the second, third grade, we had this project that we had to do. And I had, we had a stormtrooper.
Okay.
Right? And so you take a picture.
Yes.
Make him move.
Yeah.
Take a picture.
Yeah.
Move him.
Stop motion.
Move.
Yeah.
And then when I saw him move,
you was done.
That was the wrap.
That's us.
I mean, really, bro. And
that's
where it actually started. But I didn't know it at the time. But I don't remember too much from elementary school. That's the only thing.
Wow.
What elementary school was that?
Adele Turner. Oak Cliff.
Oak Cliff. That's my hood.
Yes, sir.
You from the Cliff.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So then at Carter, man, I went to Carter, had one job.
Okay.
I worked at Redbird Cinema 1 through 4.
Okay.
I remember that.
Oak Cliff.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Camp Wilson.
And so I remember watching Do the Right Thing, Spike Lee movie, man, over and over and over and over again. And so that went to SMU, football scholarship, and that's where I started studying cinema. Was that before or after the death penalty? It was after the death penalty. We was terrible when I got there. One game. Did you play with my partner Brian Berry? Yes, me and Brian Berry roommates.
He was part of Starvyn. Yes. I'm surprised you don't know us then.
Yes, Brian he's in the Starvyn crew.
Matter of fact, we're going to have him up on one of these episodes. Yes. I'm calling him out.
Man, B, was my roommate.
Yes.
You'll never remember him doing the Starvyn? We interviewed in the magazine, and
he was in the Starvyn artist.
You know Brian popping in his own world.
Yeah. Brian is going to trip out there.
Yes.
Brian, I talked to Brian on Instagram yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, hit my phone. Hit my watch.
Yeah. That was my roommate, bro.
That's what's up.
Brian had a nice little nice, what you call it, dorm?
Yeah.
His dorm, he had a little nice big old giant TV.
Yeah.
Brian was on the dude I know lived out his trunk.
Yeah.
He just keep rich, expensive clothes in a trunk. Remember that? Like, Brian, why don't you go take this stuff and go take it to the cleaners or something? That's Brian lives a kind of like a freestyle type, like a free spirit.
Yeah. Okay.
Brian Berry.
So, matter of fact, I'm gonna show you a picture when we were done. Me and Brian in the newspaper together. That's what's up.
I didn't know you knew Brian Berry. He's part of the Starvyn.
That's small world.
Wow. I did not know that. World. Whoa.
Yeah. Okay.
What's up, Brian? Shout out to Brian Berry. I'll make sure he see this.
Yeah. So we go to SMU. We play football because we're coming out of the Carter. We're coming out of Carter.
Right.
And we go to SMU. We play football, and then.
So end up. And when I was at SMU, we ended up getting a new coach. Brian can attest to this. Something I'm not too proud about, but Tom Rossley came in, And so me and Brian, as true freshmen, was playing a lot.
Right.
You know, like in the newspaper, everything.
Right.
And then Tom Rossley came in. I tore my ACL against Rice.
Okay.
My freshman year.
Okay.
So we got a new coach, Tom Rossley. He came in with his son, Mick Rossley. And I started, then my time started
dwindling, going down. Yeah.
And then his son time was going up. So I felt a certain way. Texas A&M. We was playing Texas A&M. I ain't saw the field at all. None. Fourth quarter, about a couple of minutes left. He asked me if I wanted to go in.
No.
I said no. He asked me to go in. He said, do I want to go in?
Right. Nah, I'm good.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
And so, man, we big debate ended up happening. Ended up losing my football scholarship, transferred.
Wow.
But the blessing is I ran into cinema. You know what I'm saying? Before I went to SMU, I didn't know you could study cinema.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Right,
Because at Carter,
it wasn't an elective.
No, at all.
Okay. You couldn't get no credit for filming something.
Carter had some pretty women though.
Yeah, we didn't have no film though.
I mean, they used to race out in front of Carter. Remember that?
Yeah. But them different type of movies. Them ain't the type of movies that we talking about right there. Yeah, them different.
Carter had pretty women.
So I couldn't, so then end up, I did get cinema, learned about cinema, end up transferring, went to Texas A&I, stayed a semester, and then I wrote Solitaire.
What?
Solitaire was the first film, brother. The one you was in.
Wow.
I want to see that. Where is it at? Where can I see Solitaire? I want to see him at.
Hold on.
I want to see Solitaire with him.
Hold on. Since we brought it up, I got a bone to pick. I have a bone to pick.
Oh, Lord. Yes, sir.
Who is Malik Aziz?
Malik Aziz is he was actually I used to be a police officer. Malik Aziz was my partner. He's actually a sergeant now. Oh no, Malik is a chief of police in PG in Washington. What is that?
DC?
Yes, DC.
Huh.
But he was a chief. He actually tried to become the chief here in Dallas, but they chose him.
I remember. Yeah. I remember when they was going after that. Reason I'm asking, when I go to IMDb,
they think he's you.
He took my space.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh, we can change that, brother.
I'm trying to show out to my kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, daddy was in a movie. I was in this movie called Solitaire. They was like, no, you wasn't. Yes, I was. I'm like, here it is. Here's the cast. It says massive, that. And then it says Malik Aziz as himself in the movie.
He had your picture?
No, it had his.
Maybe they got it mixed up because y'all got the same last name.
Mixed it up.
Son of a bitch.
Where can I see that?
I told you, daddy, you wasn't in no. I told you wasn't in no movie.
Give me your credits, bro. How you wanted to? We'll fix that.
All good.
No problem.
All good. See, kids, I was in the movie.
He was in the movie.
He vouched for him.
He did a good job.
I enjoyed. That was fun because I never learned the script. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I was young and I was feeling myself, but I just needed to see the script right before we actually.
Sometimes that's the best way to do it, though.
Yeah, because it was like I felt like in certain scenes, I could see them mouthing the script. You know what I'm saying? As I'm saying what I'm saying, and I was like, man, I got to break up the monotony. And I was like, this is how the scene goes. Let's just do that, and it's make it a little natural. I enjoyed that. The picnic scene.
Right.
Electric slide scene, I love that scene. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating chips and chips falling out my mouth. Like, that was good. The scene at Wynwood.
With you and the little bomb?
Yeah, and the bomb, that was a great scene for me. I'm going to tell you something that's real funny, Pikahsso. I had no idea what the movie was about until I saw the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
No idea, because I wasn't in those scenes.
Right.
Once I saw the whole movie, I said, damn, this is what the movie's about. Straight up. No idea.
Sometimes I like when directors do that, because I've been in a few movies. Sometimes they do that so people won't all give it away. Like when I did that video, Big D, remember?
Yeah.
I purposely hid different parts. And you said, man, I didn't know that's what you was doing. Right. I didn't want nobody to know I was doing Black Mr. Peppermint.
Right.
But I didn't want the other people to know I was doing the Dallas Retro Party and all that with all the vintage stuff.
Right.
So to put it all together, everybody on both sides was surprised.
Right.
So I like when a director do this. So if he did that, much props to you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did that intentionally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to me it worked. We got to show off our studio at the time because our studio was this back in the slump days.
Right.
Slump Masters, me and Massive. Like, it was a great look. We really, like, we owned that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a great time for us, man. And I appreciate you for allowing us, you know what I'm saying, to be in that movie. So we did Solitaire. If y'all can find it, I think it's on Amazon. You could buy it on Amazon.
I want to see
somebody
it.
Somebody
I be
got
trying
that.
to hide it.
You do?
That's the first one, bro. You know.
Yeah, I know. I knew
don't
it
want nobody
was
to
something
see it?
like that. Yeah, because
Wow.
I mean, it had some. We had this glare thing with the film.
I'm gonna tell you about the glare. Did you know about the glare? Did you know why the glare is there?
No.
So this is gonna be a good moment for your audience.
Okay.
And this is the reason why you never give up
Right.
and you keep pushing regardless.
Right.
The glare wasn't on purpose. We didn't do it on purpose. What happened was, I had my own film camera.
Exactly.
I still have it.
Yes.
We shot this on film.
On film.
16 millimeter film.
Yes.
Wow, I want to see it.
So during the process of shooting the film, I always send the film to the lab, ask them, because I was nervous.
Right.
Because it ain't like today where you can look and see what you're shooting.
Right.
On film, you shoot it, you send it, you get it developed and processed, and they transfer it to videos, and I'll say, is it we good?
Right.
Yeah, we good, Mr. Muhammad. Cool. Send them another roll. We good? Yes, we good, Mr. Muhammad. Send them another roll. By the time we got to the end, they said, we think you need to come down here and see something.
You think?
So I go to the lab, and I'm looking at the screen, and I see what you're talking about,
Right.
the little glare.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, snap. Again, we shot this on film.
Right.
I can't buy no more film.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Get it processed and
I remember.
developed.
I remember.
We can't do that. So I'm like, how can I fix this? I had one roll left. So I shot a scene, the main character, Tim, waking up. And everything that you saw with the glare was him dreaming.
Okay.
Bingo.
So
You got
that's
creative.
how I say.
In the moment, this is how we fix it.
That's how you do
we fix
it.
it.
That's a
But
creative mind.
what gave the glare?
The question, what gave the glare was my camera broke. The shutter was open. It stayed open because it's a film camera.
Oh.
And so the shutter wasn't spinning properly, closing it like it's supposed to. So it stayed open. So it created this little ghostly, dreamy effect.
Yes, it did.
The light
Yes, it
glare is in there. So I was like, man, that's how can I?
You had to
make this
improvise.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, this is something that a guest that we just had on said, people don't know what it's supposed to be. They're going to take what you give them.
That's right.
You know, and if you tell them that this is what that is, then that's just what that is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's just what that is. Oh, you mean, we sure did.
Sometimes you can be real critical of your stuff because you know.
Right.
Like I was telling Ty, I want to do this something. No, Pikahsso, you just being over picky. You know, Ty Macklin was telling me that the other day. I seen him. Man, you being over picky. But the people don't know that.
Exactly.
If I'm on stage, I'm making a mistake. I'm so hard on myself. Man, you rock. Like, you think so? So sometimes it's just being your subconscious mind.
Absolutely.
Real talk. I mean, I'm telling you something y'all already know, but maybe the people out there in TV land might not know that.
They don't know that.
Don't take yourself so serious like he just did. He just improvised. Sometimes you got to improvise.
And got distribution.
And that's what's up.
And it did
Maverick
well.
Films.
Maverick
I
Film?
remember. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Come on, man. Look, I remember everything. That was my film. that was my movie.
It was your debut.
Yeah, that was my yeah. Like my cousin say, that was my debut.
I will give you a copy though, because what I was able to do is got this company to transfer it, so I do have it like digitally.
Okay.
So
I want to see it.
You gotta keep that to yourself.
Okay, it's all good, brother. It's all good.
But you don't want the world seeing it.
I mean, I might. You know me. I might just take
your point.
take a little scene.
Because your point didn't have the glare. So
Okay, cool.
you
I can take
all
that.
yours.
Bam. Yeah.
Man, you know what, Arthur? I'm glad to meet you, man. I've heard a whole lot about you for a long time through my homeboy. I don't know if you know his name, Tahiti. Call him Walter Archie. He directing. I've heard a whole lot about you. So it's really, really a pleasure to sit down and talk to you. Because like I said, you're Enigma, the man, the legend, the myth. I've heard your name a long time. And I finally get to meet you, and I'm really happy to meet you. You got a real good, pleasant, benevolent spirit about you.
Yes, sir.
That take you a long way, man. You know, sometimes I meet people like, you got like your spirit, man. I see why your name has been ringing. Sometimes when your spirit is good, it's better than just promoting yourself. It's like they say, real dope sells itself. You ain't got to tell nobody. It is just the word to go around. So I'm not lying. A guy named Tahiti, Walter Archie, he used to do my video. He said, Arthur Muhammad. And I met a guy one day and I thought it was you and it wasn't him. Yeah. I said, you Arthur Muhammad? I was on my video shoot for PPT. He said, no. He had somebody help filming. And I was so excited that we was doing that at Cinco de Mayo down at Pikes Park. And the TD had a guy helping him out. I said, you Arthur Muhammad? He said, no. Oh, man, I thought you was him. I'm dead serious. At Pikes Park on Cinco de Mayo in 2006. We had a video shoot, so pleasure to meet you, man. I'm glad to meet you, man. Sir. I've been hearing your name too much, man, not to meet each other, man. So, yeah, I respect you, man. I really do. Wow,
you, quick
that's
question.
Some dope shit, man.
Absolutely. So, if that was the first, what was the motivation? We did that one. How long did it take to do another one?
Oh, wow.
I did that one, and then we did Sweet Justice. Right after that. No, before that, actually, I was helping Boomtown, Nahala Johnson.
I know Boomtown.
Okay.
Shoot.
Okay.
And so then after that one, we did Sweet Justice.
Okay.
And actually, the company that put it out, Wells Go, they changed the name to Black Angels.
Okay.
But after distribution expired, I got the film back and put it back out. The original title.
Gotcha.
Why they do that?
The EP executive producer, man, they thought Black Angels would sell better to black people, which was weird. They thought that
because they know black people love white angels.
How I ain't trying to go deep. We went there already, but how can we already went there? But how can a white man tell you about your black experience?
Man, you'd be surprised.
Yeah,
that shit don't make no sense to me.
Oh, yeah.
I think I would know I think he would know. I think you would know. I think Beige would know the black experience better than somebody that's not. Or anybody right. That's going through. So like he said out there, how can we tell them about their white experience? I can be fair.
Oh, absolutely.
Eating raisins and shit and like potato salads. My grandma didn't do that.
Yeah, she didn't. You're right about that. You're right. Well, maybe that's because back then we couldn't get raisins. You know what I'm saying? Raisins.
We had to make this
couldn't get raisins. We might have wanted raisins, but we couldn't get raisins. Because that was a delicatessen. You know what I'm saying? Like. Raisins.
Yeah, we didn't have blood and stuff come out of our steaks.
Nah.
But anyway.
Because we couldn't control the flame. We just had whatever fire that was there, we had to put the meat on.
Yeah.
So we couldn't afford that. And they wouldn't let us have that control. That's too much. That's too much control for y'all black people.
Hey.
Y'all can't be turning it up and down.
Boy, you gonna eat that steak bloody, boy. And you gonna smile while you
up it. You got yours bloody, huh? Medium well. Medium, I tell you.
Yeah. You one of them learned niggers.
Yes. Learn it.
One of them learned niggers. But anyway, we had to just have a military. Yeah. Just I can't help myself.
We can't help it. We can't help it. So we go from how many? I'm counting at least like 20 movies.
Whoa.
Where are we?
That's a discography.
Man, I think about 18, 19 films. Wow. So far.
So.
Can you name them all?
was Carter?
I'm gonna try.
Was Carter the one that really just? Not that it has been your biggest, but the one that really just jumped out.
I seen that one.
Where you got the support and makes everybody's rallying. You know what I'm saying? Was Carter that one? Carter High?
It was. Carter High was that film.
Man, my homeboy let me use his bootleg account on Netflix to watch Carter. That shit was dope, man. Thank you to my homeboy Jalo. I'm putting him out there. That was a dope movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Now continue.
But the good thing about it is going back to perseverance and pushing through. I did a film's first impression before Carter.
Okay.
And we shot it in Atlanta. And after we shot the movie, the EPs and producers and stuff got caught up. The movie never came out.
Oh man!
At that time.
Okay.
Right, but at least I got the movie done. It was finished. So Greg Ellis, who was executive producer for Carter,
Ellis. Yeah. Football Greg Ellis. Yes, sir.
At least I had the movie first impression for him to see.
Okay.
So if I never do this film,
you don't get that one.
I probably don't get this film.
Understood.
So that's why you always just keep doing the work, man. Keep doing the work, keep pushing through. But first impression was first, then that led to Carter High.
How'd you get Charles S. Dutton in the movie, man? That nigga's a legend. He was like the freestyle actor. Yes. That Rock, you don't watch Rock. For those who never watched Rock, Rock was so innovative. You really sit back and think about it, they were just going off the dome with some of that stuff, like one take. So Rock was like a freestyle actor to me. So how did you get Charles S. Dutton? And then I like to hear Rock talk.
That's real.
Man, that was interesting because we reached out to him, just regular casting process, and we didn't hear back for a while.
Okay.
Mr. Dutton actually called me and said, "Man, I got this script. I'm reading it, and his words is this shit real? Like, did this really happen?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah." So I'm explaining to him, telling him he can look it up and everything.
Right.
He said, "Okay, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna call you back."
Okay.
He looked it up, called me back, said, "I'm in."
That's what's up.
When he saw that the Carter High was like real, like this is really happening.
It's real deal,
and that's how he came on board.
One of the guys, Patrick, I think in the movie,
Williams?
I think I went to. I'm not mistaken. I want to be correct because sometimes I say stuff like that wasn't true. I like to be correct, but I'm sure I went to Lancaster High with him and his brother before they went to Carter. His brother named Michael. I think they went to Lancaster High like in '85 or something like that. Cause when I seen the movie and then y'all put who they real faces were. I'm like, damn, I know him. I think he went to Lancaster before he went to Carter.
I do know Patrick transferred.
Yeah.
So
I didn't go to class. I was a little ahead of him, but I remember his face.
Okay.
When he's walking through the hall. So I'm like, wow, when I watched that movie, I'm like, man, at the end, I'm like, damn, that's Patrick. Because his brother name was Michael and he played football. I remember that. So that was a part of my Carter connection.
Right. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And this movie really galvanized the Dallas area.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, this was really a Oak Cliff thing more than I'm not from Oak Cliff.
I am.
And I was when y'all was playing and doing and all that stuff was happening. I was in North Dallas, yelling Lake Highlands. You know what I'm saying? We trying to beat y'all, we didn't. It's just stuff like that. I really
got a little bitterness.
I'm low key hating on. You know what I'm saying? Hating on.
Got a little bitterness.
Yeah, like oh man, forget them. But but I felt like because we worked together, I'm saying to myself, this is my man's moment. You know what I'm saying? And what happens right now will kind of pave the way for other things to happen and to make the transition financially not as difficult as it may have been before. Because prior to that, how were you funding movies?
Wow.
Shoot, the first one, Solitaire, was right out of the pocket. I think Regis put maybe a couple of grand. That was a $6,000 movie. So, and luckily after Solitaire, I've always had investors to come to me.
That's what's up.
So I haven't really had to go out and raise money like what they say struggling independent filmmakers have to do. I mean, alhamdulillah, I'm glad.
Your name is out there.
I haven't had to do that.
Yeah.
That's because, like I told you before, I'm not, what I just said earlier. Yeah. When you do good work, man, it comes to you. I don't care. No, that's where I'm from. Right. You ain't got to push yourself so hard. I'm telling you, you think I'm bullshitting. I heard your name for years. When I was on a video set, Arthur Muhammad, like I finally get to meet this cat. Real talk. Right. So if your name hitting circles like me, a nigga like me ain't got no money. Imagine what the other circles is hitting. That's some power.
And you know what? Not to cut you off, brother, but when I I did second unit directing in L.A. for Chris Stokes on Till Death Do Us Part.
Okay.
And so when I got there, him and Marcus Houston, the first thing they started talking about was Carter High.
Yeah. Wow.
So just piggybacking on what you said, that was so it traveled.
Wow.
Man, you'd be surprised the name your room's in. You'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised the famous people that know you that act like they don't. That's on your page secretly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's my next question.
Observing.
Here's my next question. So before Carter High and getting Dutton, you know what I'm saying, on that film, were there any actors on that level in the films before that?
First Impression, the one that didn't come out,
Right.
You know, before then. We had Lamont Rucker, Lisa Arundel.
Okay, I heard him.
I mean, and First Impression actually ended up going to, of course, after Carter, BET, Netflix, everything. So you can find it now streaming.
Okay.
So yeah, so we had a few, and then you know, Sweet Justice, the Black Angels film. We had Reagan Gomez.
Yep.
And that was like,
She played on Parenthood.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
She cute too.
And that was my Reagan Gomez was the first real so-called actress that I used, and she was very good. Charles Dutton.
You also had David Banner, and I like David Banner.
David Banner's cool as a fan.
I met David Banner. We had the Eargasm CDs. He put me in a headlock for some strange reason. like, okay, but he was cool. What was it like working with David Banner?
Man, David is like a serious actor. I just shot another film with David.
Oh yeah,
maybe couple of months ago.
Wow.
Yeah, but David, man, is in. I'm gonna tell you, and I hope you don't mind, because he tell the same story.
Gotcha.
Courtroom scene, right? David is
Royce West.
He's Royce West, and he got a lot of dialogue.
Yeah,
you know, and it's a big, you know, dramatic scene. And so he was struggling, you know, with it. Was a lot. So I pulled him to the side and said, man, you know, because when I'm directing, I always try to figure out a way to make it work.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It may not be how I planned it, but as long as I did my proper planning, I can find a way to make it work.
Gotcha.
So put him to the side. I said, well, look, we can do this, do that. He said, Brother Muhammad, give me one more chance. I got it. I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
Let him do his work. And man, brother knocked it out the park, man.
That's what's up.
And so he tell that story too. I've heard him tell that same story.
Yeah.
So he played Royce West. Did Royce West see that movie?
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah.
What did he think about David Banner portraying him?
He thought he did well.
Okay.
And let me tell you something that's so spiritual about that. And we didn't know this. Before we got David Banner, when we reached out to him, David Banner was actually roommates with Royce West's son at Southern, whatever college they went to.
I think it was Southern.
Southern.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was like, man, it was just crazy.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So
David Banner. Matter of fact, you ever heard David Banner just rap? He got. He got some ill skill. I mean, he was in a group called Crooked Letters.
Yeah.
That's a nice album.
Oh yeah. David Banner is the type of person that I could just sit down and have a conversation with all day long.
He's like you, man. He's a erudite, man.
He will talk to y'all.
Yeah, we about to go.
Y'all have a great.
You know what I really? You know what I love about David Banner the most? I like his spirit. But I like the fact he's from Mississippi. That's where my people from. They from the land where everybody. You been to Mississippi before?
Yes, sir.
Everybody waved you can go down the street. So my people from Aberdeen. He from Jackson. So when I speak, I can feel that Mississippi in his soul. I can feel it. That kindness, that goodness. But he ain't about no games either.
Yeah.
So shouts out to David Banner and everybody from Mississippi, because that's where my mama from. Rest in peace. Want to throw that in there.
Yes,
and
sir.
I respect him, man, so much because he respect the craft.
Right.
You know, and when you have an actor like that really respected and really want to become that character, I mean, that's like much respect.
He embodies the moment. It doesn't matter if it's music, if it's movies, we're talking about racial equality and economics. He embodies the moment. So when he's in that moment, you're about to get. He's not holding anything.
He kind of remind me. Y'all kind of got similar spirits.
We do. Real
That's
militant.
militant.
When I see him, I was like, that's we could chop it up. You know what I'm saying? We started to do an album together one day. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna go hard. It's gonna go hard. Y'all heard me? David, you don't know, but we about to be rich. It's gonna go hard. So we in this space with Carter, and we starting to get these celebrities. We're moving up, and I know I'm skipping some things, but you have done a movie with one of my favorite actors, and I can say his name, and people might be like, "Who is that? Who is that?" But if I say Pinky from Friday, everybody know Nip. Everybody know Nip. Woo!
You know what he was before Pinky? It's a trivia. What role he played before Pinky?
And what's the move with Old Dog?
Yeah, you already got it.
Yeah.
Hey Wax, hook a nigga some links. Nigga hungry than a motherfucker. No, that shit. He said, yo Wax, hey yo Wax, hook a nigga with some links.
Yeah.
Nigga hungry than a motherfucker.
I like him in whatever he does.
Watch it.
You know, he embodies whatever he does.
What's his real name though? Clifton
Powell. Clifton Powell. Yes, sir. All day long. And it's almost like for the majority of his career, he's always kind of played the second best guy. You understand what I'm saying? He's played the second. He's been, no offense, he's been big boy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he's allowed others to be Andre, but you realize that there would be no Speaker Box and Love Below without Clifton
I like that
Powell.
comparison.
You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be
Outkast.
no. There would be no I like the way you move and none of that. It wouldn't happen. So what he brings, like his seasoning, his nature seasoning or whatever he do is Tony Chachere's, that's what he brings to the meal. And when I see him in a lineup, which is, you know, perfect for why you got him in the movie anyway, because you know when people see him, I got to go see. I got to see what this is about.
I know you like Pinky. You gonna make me go watch that Friday? What's that movie? Friday, the one he was in with Mike Epps.
That's
Which one was it?
That's the second one.
You sure?
Because they was in the
I guess it was number 3. I guess you got to be right. Yeah.
Right. It was the second one, and that's recession proof.
Recession proof.
Yeah, with Our Lady Khadijah with her beautiful self.
Khadijah who?
Khadijah
Kareem.
I went to the masjid with her.
All day
Her
long.
mama, her daddy was a powerful minister Kareem.
That's what's up.
Her Sultan.
Isaiah Kareem.
Yeah, they were very powerful in the masjid.
Yeah.
Sultan, Rahman, all of them.
Absolutely.
And you said Khadijah Kareem.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she wrote
Look at that smile on my thing.
Yeah.
She was in, a lot of people don't know, look up Khadijah Kareem. She was in Fresh Prince Summertime video. If you look it up, she on the video. She told me that back in the day. I was like, whoa, wow. And that's she like raving out there. So look at her. She's from Dallas. Dark-skinned, beautiful sister. And I went to the masjid with her off Hardwood.
Ain't aged a lick.
Still, last time I think I seen her I think I followed her on
Period.
Facebook. I think I seen her on at the Wu-Tang show walking past.
Yeah.
Khadijah Kareem. Wow.
Yeah.
I got
Straight
a
up.
picture of Khadijah. I'm gonna upload it.
Yeah.
I got a picture of her.
And y'all, if y'all know how we do it,
Yeah.
when we first said that,
Yeah.
I'm going to make that picture pop
Yes.
up. So
I'm gonna upload this picture of Khadijah
Right.
Kareem that I got. I'm not in the photo, but she was a little girl.
Yeah.
Right here. You gonna see her right here. They was in a group in the masjid called the Brooks of Baziga. There was like it's like an Islamic version of like the Girl Scouts. They did a lot of positive stuff in the community.
Okay.
Ran by Sister Ruby. It's the Dallas Masjid. And my mama, before she died, for some strange reason, she gave me that photo. I don't know why.
That's
my mom
what's
said,
up.
"Hey, take this," and she died like maybe like 6 months later. Like why? But I'm glad I took it. So shouts out to Khadijah Kareem.
all day long.
We giving her some love.
Yeah.
Man, you said that name. That made me. I grew up with her.
Yeah.
Man, wow.
Again,
You Muslim.
this is a testimony of the fact that we say that people that we knew
Yeah.
just growing up in life are some of the greatest
We need to
people
get
that
her
we
on,
ever
bro.
met. Absolutely. She got a story to tell.
Yes. You just made me think about okay.
So we
She'd
got
love to. I got a contact.
yes. So we got, you know, that movie that hasn't come, Recession Proof hasn't come
It
out.
haven't come out yet.
So when is that coming out?
It should be very, very soon. Hopefully in the next like month or two.
And how will we be able to view that?
It'll be streaming. So it's first gonna come to Amazon Prime.
Okay.
So
Amazon Prime.
you know,
I
and
got
then
that.
you can stream it there.
Okay.
And then it'll branch out from there.
And I'm gonna get off subject right quick. How do you feel about the transition that movies have made from the big screen to streaming now? Because me personally, as a consumer, I don't got to get up and listen to somebody's baby cry in the theater no more.
Oh, my daughter.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to do none of that. I can literally watch stuff at home and
Listen to your own kids cry.
exactly and send them to their room. But you know, have the ability to watch what I want to watch in the comfort of in the safety of my home, which I think that, you know, that's a part of the marketing plan. But how do you feel as a movie producer, director?
Man, I always feel like cinema should be seen
In the center.
in the cinema.
I do
You know,
too.
but that's if it's cinema.
Gotcha.
A lot of movies that's been made right now are not made for the cinema.
Gotcha.
And it needs to go straight to streaming.
Like Tubi.
Tubi. Now, Let me tell you something.
Pow.
Tubi is one of the funnest places to go to see movies.
I paid for this rent.
Hey,
I paid for this for my.
hey, look. When the words and the mouth don't sync up like a kung fu movie,
Yeah, Tubi's
that is the best entertainment.
Tubi is a new kung fu theater.
Yes,
I would kill you. I know you ain't cheating on me.
No, that. Yeah.
Pow! The gun just show up.
They walk in the room with a blue suit. Next scene, they in a green suit. What? How did that happen? I watch those movies.
I like watching this
just
stuff.
to see that. I'm gonna be honest, just to see what's wrong. My wife is like, "Why do you do that?" I said, I love this."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love Tubi, and that's. I don't know. I think it's a foundation for future directors. It's like throw it out there. Let's see what we can do.
And that's exactly what they do.
And that's exactly what they do. And they throw it out there. They probably edit it on their iPhone. And they throw it out there. And you know what I'm saying? And then we're going to see how that goes. And that determines whether or not you should keep doing that or start scamming people on Cash App. Those are your two options. So, I think you should keep doing films. But yeah, that's what I really.
That's how you get good, though, man. Sometimes, like you said, you do it, get good enough. You get good enough, you start practicing at it, man. So, I like the Tubi movies.
But what you said was perfect. Practicing.
Yeah.
Yes.
At it.
Right.
I think man, me as a filmmaker, the grind, the hustle, you getting your film done,
right?
You getting it out.
Yeah.
I commend you for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you can't stop there.
Yeah,
You got to develop your craft, man. Learn filmmaking because it's a science to making movies, and I think that's where we stop at.
Right.
When we talked a little earlier about Wag the Dog, I mean, cinema and filmmaking is such a powerful tool that you can influence people.
Yes.
So use that moment to develop elevate your thinking. You know what I'm saying? Read a book, make a movie, and turn this into entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But at least you can educate and entertain. I in my prayer, bro, I say that I want to make movies that will best serve humanity.
Gotcha.
Not just entertain, but best serve humanity.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So and you don't have to. They don't have to do that, but still learn the craft of filmmaking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Learn composition. Learn what they call mise en scene. I mean, it's just different things you can learn about making movies that when you do go to Tubi, we won't be talking about your film in that way.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
because they don't storyboard a damn thing. And a lot of them, it's right off the cuffs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And again,
some of that comes from laziness, though.
It does, but when I hear you talk about that, the world that I'm from, which is music, it sounds exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you can be Master P and put out a different movie every single week, but the mix is bad, and you're feeding an audience, but you're not elevating the game. Right. And that's kind of how I feel about music, and that's what I hear from you when you're talking about Tubi and people who make those movies sometimes, that they don't elevate. They're not really trying to work. They ain't worried about mixing it. They ain't worried about none of that. They just putting it out to say that we got this done and we did this. Right. And what ends up happening is, and this is how I feel about music, what ends up happening is people somebody will have a degree of success doing that. And then the lazy person who is just lazy because they're lazy, they say, you know what? That's exactly what I do. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. And now the lazy person is telling this person how great they are, because if they are great, I am great.
Right.
So now you got a whole bunch of people that are doing half effort, and they are now the greats.
Right.
They are the good ones. They are the ones that's doing the work.
Promoting underachieving, basically.
Yes, and now, because how can I not ride with the guy my stuff sounds or looks just like his? So if I say his is dope, mine is dope.
Right.
Without even having to say mine is dope. And you gonna say mine is dope too because yours look like mine. You know what I'm saying? So we all in this together.
Right.
We all just out there trash. We just trash. And guess what? We all looking good. And now we have taken up all the space. We have consumed the area and turned it into a landfill. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
And that's just it. And now the people who are working hard, now they don't even have the space to get theirs in because we're dropping so many so fast.
Right.
And now it's like searching for a diamond in a mountain of broken glass. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
because that diamond is in there, but you can't see it. All this broken glass everywhere. People thinking, no, I just don't care. So that's there we go.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah. So
That's it.
So you like from my era, man.
Yeah.
The time, like you know how meticulous I am.
Absolutely.
I might spend 8 hours on one bar.
Yes.
Like it's 7:59 in 60 seconds. I'll swallow your watch. That means at 8 o'clock. Got that?
Absolutely.
I be thinking like that when I write a rap.
Right,
man,
right.
This girl said, "Man, why are you sitting there?" I said, "No, I got 8 o'clock. I mean like 8 o'clock. No, 8 o'clock. 7:59 and 60 seconds. I'm sitting there get my calculator 60. Actually 59.5 at 8 o'clock. So but then you get people like this. Say, Pick, I had to do record. I ain't gonna say his name. He probably gonna know when they see it. Hey man, punch me in, my nigga. You ain't wrote nothing. I hate that, don't you?
Yeah.
When they come to the studio, say, Pick, say, fool, I'm just gonna go off the dome. Are you doing that because you want to or because you lazy?
Because you lazy. Right.
If you put a little effort, that's what you saying. You basically can get a good movie. Just write your script out. Anybody that know, I don't do video. I know how to edit. You can. They even got basic script set manuals like on Google. You could even give you like the basis
outline,
of the outline of it.
Yeah.
So basically, what he's saying is, quit being lazy, and all you rappers quit punching in. And I know Jay-Z been getting away with that off the dome shit, but a lot of y'all ain't Jay-Z.
You're not.
No. And I don't even think Jay-Z, and sometimes he need to work on that stuff he put out.
Yeah, he do. I think so.
I do too, but
I said it.
I do too, but Jay-Z, come on, my nigga.
Come on.
Everybody, I'm just making off. I'm just in the studio, just whatever. That's lazy to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So damn,
I agree.
I'm just gonna start filming. We're gonna film. I don't know, man. Let's just film.
Yeah. Go run around the corner and then hit him. You fall down, and then take his wallet. You know.
Then fall back into the door.
Yeah.
With
fall
angst.
Back. So real quick, you said that Khadijah wrote.
Yeah, Khadijah wrote and
Khadijah
produced
Kareem, my homie.
Recession Proof.
So who else do you work with in reference to like writers who have written a script or something like that? Who else?
Besides Khadijah, let me see. Regis wrote First Impression. Gina Nicole, Elite Society. She wrote the one that should be coming out pretty soon.
Okay.
Sean Hunt, he wrote Stepdad.
Okay.
That should be dropping. And let me see. I wrote Carter.
Okay.
And
Okay.
12, that's coming out. And yeah.
You just Stepdad.
Yeah, I directed it and edited it.
I got a friend. I don't know her very long, but she's in that movie, man. Sweet LD from Old Town 357.
Oh yeah.
Man, that
in
is
the club,
that is one of the most. She righteous too. So Hyla Sabir, she's really a righteous sister.
She came out to the premiere.
Yeah, I met her through Ty Macklin.
Right.
At Ty Macklin video shoot, and I'm like, I want to say something to her, but she is such a nice and kind, beautiful, not only outside but inward. You know that inward beauty that some women possess. That inward beauty that just permeate through their pores.
Absolutely.
I met her and she said, "Hey, you funny." She laughing at me.
Right.
I'm like, well, you funny. You making like Pikahsso. She was laughing. And she said, "I'm gonna follow you on Facebook." So when I seen her promoting that movie on Instagram, shouts out for Hyla Sabir. I only knew her for maybe a year.
Right.
I don't really know her like that, but when I met her, just her being a legend in the Oak Town 357, she was very kind and nice to me. And she said she gonna follow me back on Instagram. And that means a lot to artists. I ain't gonna lie. And when you don't do it, I be looking. I don't follow. Oh wow. So I appreciate that, and I was happy to see her in the movie. And just because I know she was in her, I'm gonna check it out.
Absolutely.
she treated me so kind. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna never forget how nice she was to me. She was just laughing at you, silly. Me and T, we in rare form, being goofy like we normally are.
Right.
And she was a nice person. So what was it like working with her?
Sean got her on, and she was, she's an artist.
Yeah.
So she really want to get more into acting, that type of thing, because acting is a different. Yeah. That's a whole different world right there.
Yes,
I mean, they actually, even directors are told, which I want to do, take acting classes. I don't want to act, but just to know the pressure, and you know, and how to act when those cameras and those lights are on you. It just gives you a different respect.
Yes,
you know, when you directing actors.
So I know them. I'm gonna get on that Stepdad because I want to take this somewhere. Why did you make a movie called Stepdad? I haven't seen the movie.
Well, I directed the movie.
Okay.
Directed.
So I didn't write it.
But you didn't write it. Okay.
And it's a comedy too. So it turned out, man, the audience really received it very well. They laughed, you know, and it was laughter is good for the soul.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the reason why I asked about Stepdad, cause I know you got a stepfather.
No,
I have one.
Yeah.
And me and my stepdaddy, we started off rocky, and the reason when I caught my attention when I seen her promoted this, I'm on a serious note for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because my stepdaddy, man, I'm glad when my mama died that my mama was married to my stepdaddy.
Oh, wow.
As much friction as we had when we were young. Imagine me now. I'm more confined. Now, he remember when I was young.
Yeah.
I'd be a different kind. I wasn't no gangster, but my mind doesn't do what I do whatever I want to do.
Right.
But when I look at my mama when she took her last breath, and I'm glad my stepdad was circumnavigating her spirit back to heaven. And I said, damn, I'm so glad my mama married him. So my stepdad, when I look like, wow, you know, when they praying, he knew he was praying. I'm getting a little emotional, praying and praying and praying. Like, wow, I like this nigga. It took me a long. I'm sitting there watching my mama die, but looking at him and knowing how much love and devout love did it take for a stepfather to love me, who's not his blood, his kids, and then my mama who was debilitated, who was crippled.
Right.
And some people leave when they cripple. So when I seen that Stepdad movie, I didn't know if it was about a joke and it was about how stepdaddy can come in and, you know, I'm thinking on some emotional stuff. Right. But when I seen that title, like, wow, maybe you said it's a comedy.
Yes.
I'm thinking it's something real serious and intense like that. So I like the title just off my stepdaddy because if it weren't for him, man, my mom, I think she'd have been dead longer than that. He kept her alive.
Wow.
That's what's up.
Real talk, man. So shouts out to that movie. I like the title just off the rip.
That's a good
I didn't mean to go deep like that, but that's what I got from the title.
No. Yeah. Right. Well, for a quick second, I want to play a self appointed agent. I want to be a self-appointed agent. So I think because I know people pitch you movies all the time. I think a great movie that, how can I describe it? That would be just, I know it would win. I know for a fact it would win. I think a great movie would be When All Hell Breaks Loose by Kamika Spencer.
Oh, wow.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Here I am, best-selling book, Random House published, Kamika Spencer. This is a bestseller.
Oh, wow.
This book sold a lot. And she had an opportunity, like she went and met with Spike Lee and everybody because they wanted to produce this. And this is an episode before yours that we're filming now. She was here from Dallas. And but she said that when she flew up to New York to meet with Spike Lee and his people, she wrote the book because she loved writing books. But she said she realized that she wasn't ready back then for what they were asking of her and what they, wanted her to do with the book. But they wanted it because it's a bestseller. Like, she's right out of the gate, bam, best-selling book. She sold thousands and thousands of copies.
When was it?
Man, this is in the 90s.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And she wrote 3 other books. So she wrote Cubicles, and then it was Cubicles, and He Had It Coming or something like that. So... yeah, and she talks about, writing the book, and that was in the episode. If you have opportunity, when you leave here, check out that full episode, and because she's done everything. So when I have the opportunity to book you, I was like, man, I got to tell him about Emotion Brown, Kamika Spencer, because she's that dope type of person, and this book is great. I read it back then. And
so what happened with the Spike Lee situation? Like,
she said it never she said, I came back home, and she's like, at the time, it was just too much for her. She was like, I'm just writing books. I didn't expect it to blow up. I didn't expect any of this. And what they were asking of her, she didn't have, at the time, she felt like she needed a team.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she's like, I just didn't really have a team or somebody that was there to say, this is what you need to do. This was because Random House was just worried about the books and selling the books. And she was like, they did that. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to movie time, you know, that was a whole different level. But
you know, if she have a screenplay, have she turned into a screenplay?
I don't know.
Look at his brain starting to percolate.
Look, she's greatness. She is greatness, and that's just one of the things that she been on Jimmy Kimmel. She's in a rock band. She's done.
Book. Huh? I'm gonna buy the book and check it out.
Absolutely, it's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. Yeah, When All Hell Breaks Loose by Kamika Spencer. So that was, that's just I'm gonna keep this on the table.
I tried to hold up, but it actually fell.
Yeah, it's all good. So yeah, that's that pitch. And now we have, you just did a premiere, for Stepdad. And at the Look Theater here in Dallas. How did that go? Huh?
Oh, it went. No, go ahead.
I was just saying, Look Theater. What you said? Mm-hmm. How did it go?
It went very well.
Okay.
Yeah, sold out crowd. Like I said, it was very, very funny. And if you didn't get to go see the movie, you can see it again this weekend, October 21st at Shutter Speed Film Festival.
Where's that?
It's Look Theater.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do you have? That's what I'm saying. You did something at Look, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's why I had that look on my face.
At the
no
Look
pun
Theater.
intended.
Yeah. I like the Look Theater. They gave me so much unfettered access to the building itself, and I was like, "How could I turn?" When I did it, people was calling me like, "Man, how did you get that building?" And I told them, it was like, "Really?" And now 4 or 5 of my friends have done events there. You know what I'm saying? And I did some with DJ Snake and DOC and Willie Fresh. It was like a hip hop.
What's the author name? The producer out of Houston?
Oh, that was Mr. Lee was there with his book, and I had vendors all in the lobby, and we had
Big Cheese was there.
Up. Yeah,
my favorite rapper.
It was cool. It was a great look. Question and answer had the whole theater, and I was like, man, this is a next level of opportunity to truly, showcase things. So I appreciate the Look Theater for that.
Right.
And I'm gonna have to go check it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go check out what you're doing. Cause I gotta get caught up, man. I've been hiding.
Yes, sir.
I've been hiding.
So when you say you directed and he wrote it, I know this may sound crazy. What's the difference in that?
That's a good question though, because a lot of people don't.
I'm sitting there thinking. I'm thinking. I see your name. I'm thinking it's your movie, the whole kit and caboodle.
So. And I'm in the DGA now, right? Mm-hmm. And in it, one of the things that you get as a director is a film by. Okay. So when it says a film by, it's always by the director.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you get that. But that don't mean I wrote it. That just mean I directed the film.
Overstood.
So producer, you have a producer who can, so basically let's take Recession Proof. Mm-hmm. Khadijah wrote that script and then galvanized the crew.
Okay.
So she started producing it, right? She reached out to me to direct it.
Gotcha.
My job is to take her script, visualize it, you know what I'm saying, and put it in a vision and direct it. So I direct the cast, help with the locations, that help push and move the story forward.
Okay.
So anything that's helping doing that is the director, and hopefully I get it from the beginning. And get it all the way to the end.
Gotcha.
And that's what I try to pride myself on. There's not have been a film that I've started and didn't complete.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, I hope that wasn't a dumb question, but
no.
Sometimes I'm a type when I see the director, that's the first people. But I'm a big Chucky fan.
Yeah,
written by John Mancini, but produced by this and directed. Like I thought Don Mancini was a writer.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I'm a big. You look at I'm big into horror. Everybody that watch this know I always bring up some horror. But if you look at the credits on Chucky, it's a whole lot of people getting credit for that stuff.
Right.
But a Don Mancini film, but directed by David Kirshner.
Yeah,
and a lot of people have something to do with Fright Night, and you start looking at all the Candyman, all the things. It's like, I don't know, man. That writing, directing, that's a slippery slope. I didn't know that.
But a lot of times you have writer directors. I mean, because I have some like Carter High, I wrote and directed, and
I seen that
12 I wrote and directed. Some Spike Lee and some filmmakers like that. They pride themselves on being writer directors,
right?
Because I know Spike Lee did a master class. And they were saying, well, how can I become a director? He said, become a writer.
Oh, wow.
Because now you can direct what you wrote.
Because who's going to trust you with their work
if I ain't saw you direct anything
all day long,
I'm not giving you my script.
Absolutely.
Hey, speaking of Carter High, I want to ask you a question about Carter High. I want to use the phrase zeitgeist. How did you get that time? That's like a timepiece period movie, like the dialect, the shags, the old retro jackets. Because sometimes, how did you find that? Like looking at that to take people back to that. What was like 85? You was trying to take them 86.
Right.
What you find like the vintage Carter jackets? Because when that movie came out, I ain't gonna lie, I went on eBay and looking for some vintage Lincoln jackets. I went to Lincoln High School. So how hard was it finding all that vintage stuff?
Well, I mean, a good thing about Carter is I went there too. You know what I'm saying? So I lived it.
Oh, okay.
Even though some of the jackets we got from like the 2000s, I was able to make them look like it was back when I was there.
Right.
So that was the main thing. And I think really what pushed that over was the couple of cars that we shown. That's why I tell, because I teach filmmaking. I actually teach directing at Collin College.
Okay.
And I tell them, the only thing that matters is what's in the frame.
In the frame.
If it ain't in the frame, it don't exist, especially on the visual side.
Yeah.
Audio, you can build a whole world outside the frame.
Absolutely.
But within this frame, if I'm only showing you an 88 red Corvette, then
that's all that matters.
You're an 88.
That means so much to a guy like me. As eccentric as I am and all over the place, I'm paying attention to stuff. Like I done seen movies like, they wouldn't have no shoes like that in 88.
Exactly.
Nobody was using that phrase in 1992. A guy like me, even though I'm all over, save my nigga. They wasn't saying save my nigga. That stuff is important when you look at the movie. That's why I said zeitgeist, a timepiece.
Yeah.
So then when you go back to a particular junction film, even though I'm not in the film, I intentionally study stuff that I don't like just to say I know it. That's the kind of dude I am. I just study stuff I ain't not even like. When you go, I'll probably go read about Palestine just to say I know it. So when I read my films and I'm in zeitgeist time, I already knew the word mean, but I like when I was watching Carter, like even their demeanor,
right?
They persona. That's a big part of films. How'd you find the right characters to pull those? Like Patrick, I'm sure I went to Lancaster High with Patrick and his brother Michael. I know I did.
Yeah.
How'd you find let's say you find Patrick, or you looking at, because I know Patrick had a particular shaped nose, where his nose, the real Patrick, his nose is kind of shaped like that. I'm not dissing him.
No.
I'm not dissing him. When you find a person, how you look at that though? He'd be the perfect Patrick. He'd be the perfect, because these Dallas people we find that with the Carter, I don't want to give the story up, but these are Dallas people that did a particular thing. So how'd you say that's gonna be my Patrick? That's gonna be my other. I don't even know the other guy. I just connect with him because of the Lancaster thing. How do you do that?
I mean, for Carter, I think as close as possible. And again, what helped me is that I went there, so I kind of knew how Keith Campbell act.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I knew how Derek act, Gary act.
So you knew them?
I knew them personally.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they graduated the year before I did.
Gotcha.
So yeah, they was a senior that year, and I was a junior.
Okay.
So yeah, I knew them personally. We actually lived like in the same neighborhood.
You look good for your age, man. For you telling me that? Well taken care of, man. Wow.
And so I think that helped. And you know what? I think what else helped the movie was the music.
Yeah.
Nemesis.
I made sure that music that we listened to was in the movie.
Yes, sir.
So
that's so important. You had Snake in there too. I seen something. He was on an interview or something.
Yeah.
Snake from Nemesis. Boom.
Right.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
That's so dope. Shout rest in peace to Big Al and shout out to Azim. You said K. Cole?
Yeah, K. Cole.
Yellowhammer was in there?
Huh?
Yellowhammer was in that movie?
Oh, I don't know, but I'm always, whenever you talk of that time frame, I always shout out to K. Cole and Yellowhammer.
You drifted back there.
Yeah, I did.
That was like 89 point. That was 89.3, 90.9 before it became 89.3. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah. 89.3 before, and that's Dallas talk we talking.
Right.
Before it became 89.3, it was 90.9. Yeah. That's way back in the gap. Jamming Greg Jordan. I know all the history. Back when they used to all be up there when Eddie D. Dreads was like twigs. When K-Sun was skinny.
Don't tell it.
That's some old vintage history, boy.
Yeah.
Man. Whew. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm happy to meet you.
Yeah.
I didn't really realize I had so much knowledge about this stuff. I watched the film one time, but it stuck in my head. I watched it because I didn't want to be like, man, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I really watched it, man. It was a good movie.
So what's your next move? You got these two films coming out. What's like, where do you see yourself to a certain degree? Like, okay, you're doing movies, but in the next 10 years, what's the end goal, besides just putting out another movie?
I want to create which I'm writing right now, a TV show.
Okay.
TV,
Wow.
you know, so I want to branch more into TV, not leaving movies alone, but ideally, I would like to get to the point where I'm distributing films.
Oh wow.
Gotcha.
I mean, ideally,
Gotcha.
get, you know, at least get to that point, because I think that's the worst thing for an artist to create something. You have to go to somebody else to put it out.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
So there are different avenues now for filmmakers to put, like on Hub, something Hub. You can put your movies out. Bitmax is an aggregator where you can send your movie, so you don't have to go through a distribution
Kind of
company.
like distribution
Gotcha.
for films.
Yeah, that's what it
Wow, I
sounds
didn't know
like.
that.
Yeah. So too,
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you got YouTube and that type of stuff, but
Right.
we really want to go beyond
My bad.
that, and that's
Okay.
why when we talked about the theaters, and a good thing is, since the theaters are kind of like more open now, I think if you do a good film, especially for an independent filmmaker, you have access to the theaters,
Right.
Because a lot of big films are not going there.
That's
you know?
true.
And that just would elevate the value of your film
Right.
as a filmmaker.
To be in the theater.
Yeah. Even
I
if it's a
understand
couple
that.
of weeks, you know, 2-3 weeks.
I understand that. During certain times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'd appreciate that also.
I know you say you work with a lot of actors. If you could, who is your dream actor you want to work with that you haven't worked with? Like, I want to work with this cat. We're gonna speak it into existence today.
Her name just slipped.
That's the one.
Bohema. She actually,
What movie she playing?
she's always been like this wife in a movie. She was in 42. She was the guy's wife. What's the,
Wow, I
what's
wanna
the
know her
name? Man, she just, her name, I feel bad. I actually met her too.
Wow. What'd you say? 42 was the name of the movie?
Yeah, the name of the movie is 42.
42 Cast. Look up 42 Cast. Yeah, man. I'm just asking.
It's a baseball film.
42.
Wow.
Wow.
Bahara. Her name is, last name Bahara. Bahari.
Okay. Yeah, I
I think
just
it's
asked.
Nicole Bahari.
Okay.
Nicole Bahari.
What other movie she
She's a if you pull up when you
Did she got long eyelashes, kind of like her eyelash kind of? I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but I pay attention
Yeah,
to stuff like that. Man, I
if
pay.
you look up when you see her,
That's what I'm saying.
because she hasn't done anything really big. And of course, like Felicia Rashad.
You like her? Okay.
And I like Angela Bassett.
Ah, yeah. That's a beautiful
Of course, I
one.
would say Denzel, but I don't know how but I would love to work with.
Man, you
like
said Denzel. I like Denzel. Denzel reminds me of a father that's mean, but you love him. You know, like he'd talk crazy to you, but you like him though.
But Nicole, the reason why I said Nicole, because a film that I've written, and I just see her playing this particular role.
Gotcha.
In this movie.
Okay.
So,
Do you do music videos?
man, I've done music videos, but once they got to the point where the director really don't have no creativity, and the rappers just want women and cars, I was like, no,
And guns.
I can't go.
The look on your face when I asked you that.
Yeah, because remember there was a time when videos were literal
a story.
Yeah, they
I
told a
mean-
story. It was like a little movie.
Right.
Literally.
Remember, especially had that the mission. I'm on the mission. There was all them speedboats and stuff like that.
That was a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Biggie,
Yeah.
they had big
Yeah.
budgets for that stuff.
Yeah, it
Busta
was big
Rhymes had
budgets.
elephants and
Yeah.
this
It was a good
is
time.
area. Matter of fact, he got that from a toothpaste commercial. This is how we brush. That's so dangerous. I've seen it.
I never knew that.
He got that from a toothpaste commercial.
I never knew.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we with the legendary. I don't know if you want to call legendary, but I'm gonna call him legendary filmmaker
He said
Arthur
it.
Muhammad.
Co-signer.
Yes.
Co-signer.
His name rings bells. And I love to show love to people that's from the DFW. And we talked about that on our last episode. And the more I hear Aziz say that stuff, the more prevalent I can get with it. Because I like to show love to people that's from our city. Because there's too many people from Dallas getting looked over. Like Khadijah Kareem, like yourself. Kind of like, me, Aziz, Beige.
Right.
You know, it's people like that just not. I mean, I know I'm calling Babe. That's just a name I'm used to calling them. I'm not doing it to make
Explain
Mark I
every
love
time.
Babe.
He's gonna get the explanation.
Yes, but I'm saying I'm not doing it to make Mark I love Beige. But you know, people like him just been seen and been behind the counters or whatever. You know,
Right.
just behind the. It's more to Dallas than what the world is seeing.
Yeah. How can people not directly get in contact with you, but have access to things that you have done?
I would say the easiest way is just Google.
Okay.
I mean, like really, because if you put my name in, all the films will come up that I've done. Or if you own Tubi, I mean, I got movies on Tubi.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you put my name in Tubi, the movies will come up.
Okay.
Or like any streaming platform now, you can just put the director name in.
Okay.
And whatever work they've done.
Okay.
Will come up.
Put the name in. Check out the work, check out the goods, you know what I'm saying, and definitely support, because the more streams, the more validation, and they feel free to promote things that they feel like brings and draws a crowd to what their platform.
How many films you say you got?
By 17.
17.
I want to ask you this earlier, man, but we didn't get a chance. Can you name them all?
Okay, Solitaire, Sweet Justice.
Yep.
I'm trying to go in order. It's gonna make it easy. Sweet Justice.
Sweet Justice.
First Impression.
Okay.
Carter High.
You did a lot of movies since Carter High.
Right. So after Carter High, we did. Let me see. Carter High.
I'm stumping you, man. I'm
just skip around. So Carter High, never start. Recession Proof. Stepdad. 12.
Wow.
Bid for Love. No Better Love. Trap Soldiers.
Oh, wow.
Gutter Mummies.
Whoa.
Moneybag Tales.
Yeah, that one.
Man, that's a catalog, y'all.
Let me see. We just finished Bid for Love 2.
Wow.
The Starter Marriage. I lost my fingers now, so I don't know how many I'm at.
Hey, man, whatever. Let's give it up for that right there. That was impressive, boys and girls. Exactly. That's what you call a catalog. That guy was what you call a mechanical animal. Just sitting at the computer. When you like that, you got to have bags on you. I know me, when I'm working on my music, I'm like this. I ain't went to sleep for 2 or 3 days. A lot of people think this stuff come with ease. All this stuff you see in movie directors and man, I woke up like, man, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, that's real talk. That's real.
That's why I look rugged like I do. I'm just sitting. I ain't shaved. I ain't took no bath. If you want to be in the entertainment business, you gotta. I can't believe I said that publicly. I ain't took no bath, but it been like that before. I done been like 3-4 days. Man.
Yes.
I smell like slavery
outside. Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but I can say that though.
Yeah.
But man, brother Arthur, man, you got anybody you want to shout out? I know that sounds so old school.
Shout out to everybody already.
Absolutely.
I mean,
you got any kids?
I do. I have 3 children. Matter of fact, Aaliyah Muhammad, she's an actress as well.
Aaliyah Muhammad.
And my son Tariq, he's an artist.
Okay. He rap?
Yeah, he raps.
Okay.
Well, there you have it.
Okay.
Man, this was a great experience. Once again, for everybody that's checking out the Starvyn Show, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. We see a lot
Instagram.
We see a lot of likes.
Yeah.
We see a lot of views.
Yes.
We need you guys to click that subscription button and just join the family. Yeah. So when we drop different segments and different things, you know what's up.
Aziz be cooking it up. So subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the Instagram, subscribe to the TikTok and Facebook. We on everywhere.
Facebook, we out there.
How you say it? Tell them how to spell. Look at his shirt. Show me your hat.
STARVYN. STARVYN.
And we got new product coming up real soon. Like
absolutely.
Starvyn hats and stuff like that. You name it. The decor, that black and gold thing.
Yeah. And it's all of this is food for thought. So we got, believe it or not, we got more friends. You think we got more friends that we're going to keep bringing them to this platform, and we're going to have these good discussions that are designed to inspire and encourage everybody. And in this conversation and in other conversations, I can guarantee you will find yourself in that conversation, and you need to make it fit. We got to put something with something and make it fit. And with that being said, man, I've enjoyed myself. I appreciate you coming, both. It's been a great look. And
straight up.
Pottletron in the building. Y'all know how we do it.
Yes.
And we'll see you next episode. That is great. Your daughter, when she worked at the